Step 1. Mark the feet at the bottom of the page and the shoulders. A rough distance to get the body correct. Then get your next character roughly the right distance in between so that the fist bump will meet perfectly. Then you want to extend a rough circle for the troll's head. Do this pencil line very lightly as you will rub it out later on. And then a slightly smaller circle for Branch's head. And there you've got a starting point. Next, we're going to start by doing a slight curve at the bottom to incorporate the chin of the body. Moving on from the chin, we're going to do the mouth slightly higher than the chin. A nice little curve to indicate a smiling face. Next, we'll be doing the nose. The nose is around about 6 different angled lines because it's very similar to a realistic nose with the nostrils. So as you do a curve on both sides and then a curve above the top. So a lot of little C's. And you've got your nose. Now next you want to be adding your eyes, roughly just close to the nose as you can. Leaving a tiny little bit of a gap from the nose and then an equal tiny gap in between the eyes. And once you've got your 2 circular eyes, you want to add a smaller circle inside the eye. Actually, you want to be putting the eyelashes on first before you put the little circle in the eye. And then you want to put an even smaller circle inside that circle. And shade that in. There you go. You got your eyes done. Moving on now, you're going to do the eyebrows. Now with Poppy, her fringe comes down between her eyes and covers one of her eyebrows up. Now when you finish the flick on her hair, you want to start with the flowers on her headband. And this is just a few half circles in the general direction of a flower. So as you add the circles, half circles almost in a triangular shape, stick some on the edges, make it into a star. You've got the start of her headband. Now you can just sneak in a little bit of her eyebrow at the other side of her fringe. Now you want to add the second part of her fringe and bring it down towards the chin. Now at this point you might want to rub out the chin line that we put in at the start so that it meets up nicely. You want a nice round face, and as you can see I've rubbed a little bit of the mouth out as well because I wanted it to be more smiley but more cheerful. There you go, big smile. And then do the chin with the same sort of curve joining onto the hairpiece. A nice little flick on the hairpiece. And then you want to start another very similar flower to we did that we did on the other one to join onto the headband. So once you've done one of them, really just do them all similar, same. Just rough little circulars in different directions, make it look like it joins on, doesn't need to be the exact same. And then you've got the second part of the fringe on, and you can start drawing the other side of her hair, coming down nicely. Small half curve. Continue with the headband. And another flower on the headband. And the flick completes the other side of her hair with a parting. And you want to draw the ear. Now the ear is quite large. So a nice big curve at the top. Coming down to the bottom of the chin. Little squiggly line inside for the ear hole. And the nice curve on the chin. Now at this point we're just going to finish off the headband, make sure it meets all the way across, and we're going to start doing the hair. So just on either side you want to mark it just inside the ear on both sides. So add another ear on the right side, just goes outside of the chin. Put the little squiggle inside. And then we're going to go just at the top, do a few random spikes for the troll's hair. So if you just do a general spike in the middle, and then you just want to do a couple spikes either side coming off in the angle of the hair. So you've got the even amount at each side. And then you want to bring it to a narrow point at the top. So now we're going to go for a little sort of like light bulb shape on the hair. There you go, and as you can see, if you're not quite happy with your lines, you can always rub them out and try again. If you are happy with your lines, go over with a darker, more prominent line. And as always, when you've finished, you can always rub out any lines that you don't want and go around with a black ink marker to make it stand out before colouring. That should eliminate any loose lines. So as you can see, just rubbing out a few of the lighter shaded lines. Now onto the body. So you want to start the body just in the middle of the smiley face, so the body is central. Now the dress all comes down to the angles of the lines, because you've got to bear in mind her head is tilted towards the branch. So as you can see, you want to do a short body because you want to make sure that her legs will meet the lines that we made at the start. Bring her arm across towards branch and do a little fist we're just doing a nice little circle for the knuckles. And as you can see, we've got to start drawing branches and because they are connected. And there you've got a little fist bump. So again, following the line from where the chin is, you want to start the middle of the legs and the right side of the leg just on the inside of the skirt. So you want to form a nice little arrow pointing upwards in the middle of the legs, like a little V, upside down V. So similar to the knuckles, you just want to do some little circles for the toes and a little arch for the foot before bringing the leg up to the top. As you can see, one leg is thinner than the other, so I'm just going to rub this line out here, draw it again so both legs are even, just to make it look a bit better. There you go. And that looks a lot better. So, we'll just finish Poppy off by drawing her left arm up on her waist. And there you go. Nice and simple. 3 lines to do. And now we can start on branch. So to draw a branch, we're going to start from the hand to make sure we've got the distance correct. So we're just going to add a thumb onto the knuckle, onto the hand should I say, and bring a nice little curved fist round and onto a straight line for the arm. You don't want to do the arm too long because they've only got short arms. And then we can draw just where we previously marked our light line. We do the chin again, and we'll start from the chin, work our way up. So after doing the chin, just like with Poppy, we then move on to the smile. So a nice little curved smile, and we can move on to the nose. So again, little nostril, so a curly K, and then a little half circle underneath, and a backwards curly K for the other side of the nostril. And then to finish it off, just another half circle on the top, joining the nose together. Then we can make a start on the eyes. So again, you want the eyes fairly close to the nose and not too far apart from each other. And we just do half sort of circle eyes for this one because we need to put some eyebrows on. And the eyebrows are facing slightly downwards into a V. So when you're happy with your eyes, go around them with a little darker line, and then you can start adding a couple smaller circles inside and begin to shade them. Don't forget the little details on the forehead. So now you want to bring the chin up towards just underneath the eyebrow at the top of the eye. And then we roughly get our distance at the top of the forehead. As you can see, my chin is a little out of line, so I'm going to correct that line now to bring it closer to making a better meeting point. And now we're going to make a start on the ears. So as you can see with the ears, it's just a little circle at the bottom and a slightly bigger circle at the top. Half circles that join toward each other, and then your same squiggle inside for the ear roll. Now on the right side we want to do branches here a lot bigger because of the shape and the way his head is looking. One side needs to be bigger than the other, the way his face is tilted. So again, just do the inside squiggle. Now rub out any lines that you don't really want there. Get the light lines out the way. And off we go with the hair. So the hair wants to be meeting just halfway up the right ear. So now we're going to do the spike on the right side, facing slightly outward. And then the same on the other side. Similar angle up, and then point the other spike outward on the left side. So now you should have two spikes going outward on either end of the hair. And then you just want to slightly put some random spikes in, some little ones and some larger ones. Bring them down a little further for the ones at the front, and the ones at the back just a little. You just want to do one toward the middle, straight up. Bring some deeper ones down to the front, so it looks like they're layered. Few to the back, few to the front, keep going. On the right side, bring them out facing off toward the right, just like the rest, so they go in a similar pattern. It doesn't matter if they're different sizes or lengths. Just make sure the spikes are nice and pointy. And there you have it. There's Branch's hair. Just making a few adjustments. And onto the body, starting out at the chin, directly in line with the eye to the left. And then you want to start doing little squiggles to indicate his flowery necklace, whatever they're called. So again, these can just be sort of random. Now we're going to start with his shorts. Just want a little line there to indicate his hip tilt, and then direct his legs off in the opposite direction. So if you just want to close his shorts off at the bottom, drawing a line, a little arch line, makes him look more 3D. And then onto the ankles area. And then again, it's just the same with the toes again. Just little ones to indicate that they're farther back. Front one big and the little ones toward the back. Same again on this side, little arch for the ankle. A bigger circle for the front of the foot. Followed by some gradual smaller ones to show that they're in the background, and then meet up to the rest of the leg. And last but not least, we need to add the arm. Again, just like Poppy's, it will be on his hip, rested on his hip. And there you have it, Branch and Poppy from the Trolls.